Hi everyone, Abigail here, and I'm just here to share about my Full Circle's testimony. So thank you first of all, for joining in, for listening, and I hope it blesses your heart. So about a year ago, I decided to pursue a dream that I had all this time of making handmade jewelry. And it was kind of hard because my background for the past 5.5 years, I was working at the bank. And my education has been centered around working at the bank, and it has been good. I was able to cover school expenses at a time when it was very needed, when my dad didn't have a job. But the more I started to progress after I finished my education, I just felt it on my heart that my passion wasn't really banking. But there was always just the surety and the security that came with the salary, that came with knowing that, okay, you're always gonna have a stable amount of money coming in, especially knowing that your parents, are unemployed. And so it was kind of difficult to just plunge into my dream of making handmade jewelry. If I wanted to do this and do this seriously, I just really need to plan and be strategic in how I was preparing. And I took a year off to do that, and January 3rd, 2022, that's when I officially launched my small business, Hey Abs. The jewelry is primarily for local Belizeans. And the reason why is because we currently don't have the option to export internationally. So I started off just with the little money I have saved. And I'm so grateful for Jason. He came and he talked to me about the Full Circle and his vision for what it would be like here in Belize. And I was so inspired by it, more so because it was a reconfirmation for me for plunging into Hey Abs. So I did receive a small loan from Hey Abs, and the total was $1,200 US, so that would be 2,400 Belize, and that really helped to push me further into what I wanted for Hey Abs. So one of the goals when I started, I was only able to have or utilize Instagram as my marketplace. I couldn't go beyond that because I was scared or nervous about stretching myself too thin. So now, a year later, we are in February right now. So it's been a year and about 2 months. And I'm so grateful to God how He used that starting point from, or that support from Full Circle to be able to push me to where we are now. And it has been such a blessing. Like I mentioned before, when I started, I didn't have much. One thing that I decided to do, it's not impossible to share your faith in your small business. So that is not true if someone says that. It is true. You can spread the gospel. You can show Christ in all that you do. And one thing that we decided to do to show Christ in jewelry was to have an Esther collection, and that's how we started. So it was basically just a collection with jewelry, but it had a story behind it. So if anyone came and wanted to purchase something from the Esther collection, they would know, they would have an idea of what it's about. It raises questions. What is the Esther collection? Who was Esther? And I implemented that in there just to show that, Christ can be included in all that we do. And we just decided to have people enter this competition or this contest, whereby you would just share with us, what is your favorite verse and what does it mean to you, and do you have a testimony to attach with that, And I got so many testimony. I got to read and hear about so many things. People suffered with cancer. People's sister was sick. People were in depression. And I get to hear all of these stories, and I was so blessed by that, because had it not been for the basis of Hey Abs, I wouldn't be able to connect with customers in such an intimate and personal way. Loving Hey Abs, I am pursuing Hey Abs fully, and it has been a blessing because Full Circle has been a part of that journey for me. And I'm so grateful for everyone who tunes in, who has contributed, and Please know that I'm just one story, I'm just one person. There are many more here in Belize who can also pursue their dream with God on their side. So thank you so much for being a part, and we look forward to spending much more time with everyone, myself as an advocate, as a first-hand receiver of it, and I'm so grateful, I'm so thankful, and may God bless you all so much.